Hello. Welcome to this episode of Low Carb in the Leaves. I am Dr. Mary Barson from Real Life Medicine. And a special welcome to everybody who has joined our 12-week spring Reboot program, which kicks off today. So excited. It's going to be amazing. Get in there on the Facebook group and introduce yourselves if you haven't already. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all and getting started. So today I am going to talk about the vital importance of putting first things first. As I've mentioned before, I love the work of the late and great Steve Covey, psychologist who wrote this wonderful book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Absolutely fabulous book, really quite transformative in my life. And he talks about habit 3. That means is prioritizing the things that you want to do. It is so easy in life to get caught up in busy work, and it is also incredibly easy to get caught up in other people's priorities. So putting first things first means putting your priorities first. You know, I, as a doctor, as a mother, as a friend, sister, aunt, human being, I could say that I quite frequently subordinate my own needs for others. And although that can be okay to a point, if you let other people completely take over your priorities at the expense of your self-care, then you get sick, you get unwell. And self-care is a tricky thing because it's really important, but it's not urgent. It's not like this pressing urgent work deadline or assignment you've got to hand in, or that email that you have to reply to, or the homeschooling the remote learning that you have to facilitate right now. It's not an urgent demand on our time. Generally, we humans are good at urgent. Generally, if something is urgent, we deal with it and we do it. The things that are not urgent but important can often get pushed aside for less important busy work and other people's priorities. And it's definitely false economy, because if you don't look after yourself, you can run yourself into the ground at the expense of your health and your well-being. So we're doing a spring reboot. It's all happening. We are putting ourselves first now. We are prioritizing our health. And what that means, it means taking time for your health. And in practical terms, that is taking time to think about your food, taking time to go and buy your food and prepare it. As you will learn, if you're doing the reboot, that we love simple meals. I pride myself in having a vast repertoire of delicious, healthy, low-carb, real food meals that I can prepare in less than 10 minutes. So it's not like you have to invest your entire life into cooking, but you do need to invest some time and some brain power in at least thinking about it. Especially as you're developing a new habit, rather than just reaching for the toasted muffin, you have to think about, okay, I'm actually going to have eggs for breakfast, or I'm going to make a chia pudding, or the night before make your chia pudding so they're there in the fridge ready to go. This is an investment in time. It's an incredibly important yet not urgent investment. And the thing is, if you ignore important non-urgent things, they tend to explode in your face and become urgent. So if you ignore your self-care, ignore it, eventually it'll turn into a health crisis. Then that's the same with all important non-urgent things. So it's very doable, but it does potentially require a bit of a mind shift to be able to prioritize your needs, to identify what they are, and then prioritize them. So I mentioned that shopping for food, thinking about your meals, shopping for food and preparing your meals is one of those tasks you must prioritise if you want to be well. You can't eat crappy convenience foods and expect to be well. It doesn't work that way. Also, taking time to be outside, taking time to move. You don't have to run a marathon, but some movement is an important part of your health. Taking time to do a little bit of relaxation, also really important. All of these things are so easy to not do. It's the easiest thing in the world to just not meditate. It's not very hard to sit down and meditate for 3 minutes, but it's easier to not do it. So it does require active prioritization. But all the steps that we talk about in our 12-week program, they're all doable. None of them are massive. It's not going to be huge investments in your time and energy, but it is those small, persistent investments that over time really pay off. It's like brushing your teeth, if you could imagine. If you brush your teeth every day, it's a small investment in time, and the payoff is enormous. The payoff is good dental health, and you get to cure all your teeth, or at least most of your teeth. But you wouldn't expect to just be able to brush your teeth twice a year and have good dental hygiene. That's not how it works. So teeth brushing is one of those important non-urgent things. It's just something that culturally is really drummed into us, and we all do it. So you want to get to that stage with thinking about your food, thinking about your meditation, thinking about all of the aspects of good health. You want to get them right down to that level of teeth brushing. It's not a big investment in time, but it is a priority. Okay. Have an absolutely wonderful day, everyone. I look forward to seeing you again. Really excited about our program. So introduce yourselves if you haven't already. And it begins, everybody. Even if you're not in the Spring Reboot program, good health starts today. See ya.